Hey guys, it's Sekaar, and today we're going to be going over my Stamina Warden build for the High Isle chapter. Before we get started, if you guys could like the video or subscribe to the channel. If you're not, I would highly appreciate it. But I'm not really going to ask for anything else. Let's just get on with the video. I really hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let's go. Alright guys, let's get started. First things first, we're going to look at our character sheet. We're going to be an Imperial on our Stam Warden. This is going to give us that reduced cost on basically all of our abilities. Imperial is my favorite stamina class. If you can't do Imperial by not having that additional race, I would suggest going Wood Elf on this. You'll get the most amount of damage possible. But I definitely think Imperial is the absolute best. If you can afford to get that, I definitely recommend it. It helps counteract your Vamp Stage 3 on all of your stamina builds, and it's just really good for sustain issues. We're gonna have 64 points into stamina. It's gonna give us a nice little chunky stamina pool compared to other Oaken Soul builds. Usually when I use an Oaken Soul build, I have about 23k, but here we're almost at 25k, so I really like it. And then unbuffed, our weapon damage gets up to 6166, and without our Wretched Vitality proc, our magic and stamina recovery are 1449 and 1632 respectively. And then our Mundus is going to be the warrior, increasing our weapon damage at 238. The food we're going to be using is our Zorga Smoked Bear Haunch. This is going to increase our max health by 4,300 and our magic and stamina recovery by 369. So it's going to basically give us a lot of sustain just from that insane amount of stamina and magic recovery. And then also the max health is nice too. And then Vampire Stage 3, I wear Vampire Stage 3 on basically all of our builds. This really lets you be tanky because of the Undeath passive in it. And the Undeath passive, I'll show you guys right here if you are not familiar. Where is this? Right here. Undeath reduces your damage taken by up to 30% based on your missing health. That's huge right there because that's basically like the more damage you're taking, like the less health you are, the less damage you take. I know I didn't explain that properly, but I think you guys know what I mean. And then as far as our gear goes, as always, all of our body pieces are going to be in the prismatic enchantment, so we're going to get the most amount of max health, magic, and stamina as possible. Our helmet is going to be a heavy helmet of Wretched Vitality and reinforced. And Wretched Vitality is going to give you that 2 and 3 piece of magic and stamina recovery, that 4 piece of weapon and spell damage. Then the 5 piece is just to really simplify it, is when you activate, let's say, your Race Against Time, because it gives you a major and minor buff. It's going to give you about 400 magic and stamina recovery. So between Wretched Vitality, being the Imperial race, and then having your Zorga Smoked Bear Haunch as your food, you are not running out of resources, I promise. And you're still going to hit really hard. Your shoulder is Magma Incarnate in medium in the impenetrable trait, sorry. And we just have one extra piece on here, so that's going to give you an extra line of magic and stamina recovery. If you feel like you're over sustaining, use something like Balorg or even like an offensive pen set. But this is just what I really like. I like to be able to sustain a lot in fights, and I really feel like I'm hitting hard enough as it is. So just being able to survive is really the best way possible for me, in my opinion. Our chest piece is going to be heavy Wretched Vitality and reinforced. Our hands are going to be medium Wretched Vitality and impen. Our waist is going to be medium Wretched Vitality and impen as well. And our legs are going to be heavy Wretched Vitality and reinforced. We go reinforced on all of our heavy pieces because that's going to give us the most amount of armor as possible. So as you can see, getting that just from the chest piece, we get an increased 3,200 armor. So that's huge. Then on to the next part, we're going to be using Plague Break as our other set. And we're going to have the medium boots and impen for this. And what Plague Break does is it gives you offensive pen, 2 lines of weapon and spell damage. Then the 5 piece gives you, you basically put a dot on somebody whenever you put direct damage on them. And it is absolutely huge. Being able to watch people blow up, it is really my favorite set in the game right now. This is my favorite combo of Wretched Vitality and Plague Break on an Oaken Soul build. Plague Break is going to really let you just fight Zergs really well, and I absolutely love it. So definitely use Plague Break. It makes people explode when they purge it, or if they die or anything. So definitely use that. Our jewelry is going to be an infused Plague Break necklace in the weapon damage enchantment. Our other ring is going to be Plague Break in the Swift trait with a weapon damage enchant. And then our mythic on this is going to be an Oaken Soul ring with the weapon damage enchant. Oaken Soul is the 1-bar build, and it's going to give you basically every single major buff in the game. Major Berserk, Major Courage, Major Brutality, Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy. You guys see what I mean. So I would definitely use this if you guys have before next patch. The patch notes came out yesterday, and I definitely recommend using this while you can, because I don't think it's going to be nearly as good starting next patch. So please, please, please run this while you can and enjoy it while it lasts, because it is going to be gone soon, I think. And then our two weapons are going to be both one-handed maces. Your main hand is going to be Nirnhoned with a weapon and spell damage increase enchant. And your offhand is going to be a Plague Break mace in the Sharpen trait with a physical and restore stamina glyph on it. Our skills are just going to be these 5 skills real quick. You're going to have Whirling Blades as your execute and your AoE damage. You're going to have Race Against Time as your snare removal and also your proc condition for an easy proc for Wretched Vitality to get that recovery. And then you're also increasing your critical damage by 10% too. So definitely try and use that and keep that up there in the fight. Resolving Vigor, this is going to be one of your main heals on here. You're only going to have 2 heals in here, and neither of these are burst heals. Heals are really bad on Warden right now, in my opinion. I've tried everything. I've tried Trellis, I've tried Magicka Shrooms, I've tried everything. Trellis is the best thing right now. It's still not the best, so this is the only downside of this build, and I'm willing to admit it right away. The healing is not 100% the best, but I definitely think that if you're playing in a 2 to 3 man group, you are thriving so much. I definitely recommend playing with a friend on this build. Playing solo, if you take too much pressure, you're not going to be able to out heal it. But I do think that if you just spam Living Trellis on you when you're taking too much damage, it is definitely it definitely helps a lot. It's a decent burst heal. It's not the best. But next patch, Warden mains unite. We're gonna be very happy. It looks like if they don't change anything, Arctic Blast is gonna be pretty good because it's gonna be basing off of your max spell and weapon damage. So I'm very excited about that. So Resolving Vigor is one of your heals. Living Trellis as your other heal. Deep Fissure is going to be your main burst on this. So if you can activate, if you could like use your Deep Fissure, then set up a heavy attack into a Whirling Blades and then a Dawnbreaker, or I'm sorry, Deep Fissure, heavy attack, Dawnbreaker, Whirling Blades combo, you're going to be doing a lot of damage, especially if somebody's not blocking through that. You're going to be hitting them really hard. Your tooltip on this alone is 17.5k. Your tooltip on your Dawnbreaker is 19.4. Your tooltip on this is 9,000, and that's just not even an execute range. So guys, trust me, you're going to be doing a lot of damage on this thing. The only thing is fighting people who just block 24/7. That's unfortunate because, you know, they're fun gamers. So this is our bar setup. And then finally, our champion points are going to look like this. Our 4 blue slottables are going to be Ironclad, Duelist Rebuff, Biting Aura, Mastered Arms. Our red slottables are going to be Boundless Vitality, Fortified, Pain's Refuge, and Celerity. And the only green ones that really matter, in my opinion, are Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, and Breakfall. That's about it. You can use like the sneak stuff, but I don't really think you need it too much. But that's about it. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you guys sticking around this long. I'm going to try to branch out into more different types of videos because with the new patch approaching very shortly, I don't really see the need to post many more build videos. It's coming very shortly, and the economy is so bad on PC that I just don't want to spend 20 to 30k for a single Druid Axe to upgrade my mats. So I'm going to be looking into more videos. If you guys want anything that you would like me to cover as far as like PvP tips or anything, just let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate your guys' feedback. I'd really like to move this channel a lot more into the future. So guys, thank you again for watching, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do that. But guys, I'm done talking, I promise. Guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Later.